So I came to Marietta just because it was a fun-looking place. I do that kind of thing. I do what I love. I never finished school, so I don't have a high school diploma. Marietta didn't worry about that. If I'm turned on to something, I'll worry about the consequences later. And so, but it all worked out just perfect. I was a farm kid, of course. Drove everything on the place by age 9. Fixed farm machinery by 12, 13. That's 3 years of active duty and then 3 of active reserve. I drove tanks in the reserve, but I was in airplanes, the active duty in Korea. I started out as an engine mechanic. Then I became the youngest crew chief in Marine Corps history. A crew chief coordinates all the maintenance and signs the airplane off as airworthy to go to war. You're signing the airplane off, it's flyable. And then I went on a carrier with the Marines, aircraft carrier. After the Marines, I did take up flying as a hobby. I did a lot of flying, but I really focused and got my airline transport rating and stuff to get ready for the selection process because the competition was rough. We had 6,000 applicants and 6 of us got to space out of 6,000. So the odds are kind of tough. I wrestled in high school. I wrestled in college too. I got an athletic scholarship, paid for everything. I saw on the bulletin board they're going to, National Academy and NASA are considering flying a scientist astronaut. And so to be competitive, I know they're not looking for more clinical skills. So I left my clinical training and I did 2 years of postdoc fellowship, got an MS in biological physics, did some research in parachuting. I just got ready, and I increased my flying skills. NASA sent me to the Air Force. When I joined them, of course, I was a scientist astronaut, but when I joined, you had to be a military pilot, so they sent me to the Air Force. I got Air Force flight training. So I'm an Air Force pilot too. And the computers work this way. How does the mind work? How's the brain work? So I got a curiosity for what's in the head. And then I decided to do neurophysiology. And I went the MD route because a PhD can't touch a human. So I went the MD route. I can do neurophysiology, but if I go that path, I can also take care of humans. So from the computers, I decided to do MD, but I didn't have pre-med courses, and that's why I came to Marietta. I did get a major in chemistry. I completed all the requirements for chemistry. I became the lead spacewalker for 25 years with NASA. I knew how to fix stuff. It's stuff. And on Hubble, I was with the Hubble telescope for 18 years before I fixed it. So they told me to identify every problem you can get into and what you would do with a spacewalk to fix it. Well, of course I get that job. No one's got the mechanical skills and the mechanical background that I had. And I also have the physician, the ergonomic skills of how you do work with a body, a biological body, the ergonomics. And so I was made for that job. It lucked out. I just lucked out. I get angry. I don't like risk. The shuttle was more risk than I wanted, but it was the way to get to space at the time, so I kept doing it. I don't like risk. I don't want to go there. The astronaut thing came along and was able to harness everything I'd ever done. And my flying skills, my parachuting skills, everything paid off. Here it is. So when I joined NASA, they said, I hope we don't bore you. They looked at what I had done. We hope we don't bore you. I was on Challenger's first flight, did the first shuttle spacewalk, first one to go out the door. Of course I got that job. Who else is there? It's me. And so it's rather simple. Your trainers, the people getting you ready, and there's different people that train you in all parts of the job. throughout my entire over 30 years, I was the only one in history to stay in the Corps, the astronaut corps, for 30 years. Well, I crossed the Ohio River out here going east, and I run into this place. And Marietta was just, it's old and it's brick streets and it's elm trees and it's, hey, this is a sweet kind of place. And I'm just kind of looking around at what is this? And I found a college here. I says, my goodness. So I found what looked like the administration building, and I went in there, innocently asked them, well, is this a college? Yes, sir, it's a college. Do you have pre-med courses? Sir, we are a college. Yes, we do. Do you have an application? We have those too. So that's how I got to Marietta. Just because I was excited, I was enthralled about the place, the beauty and the age, and just everything. It just excited me. The beauty and the town and the river, all that adds up. It all adds together. I like this place. I'll worry about the consequences later. And so that's a key part of life. You follow your heart and you follow your passions. I'm excited about this, I'll do it. And so you've got to have fun in life, and you got to love life. If you don't, turn in and get another one. And so this has been very important part of life. It played a very important role, and I'm here.